The average person requires half of his or her body weight in protein each day, which means if you weigh 140 pounds, you need at least 70 grams of protein daily, especially if you hope to burn fat and build muscle. For serious athletes, you'll probably need even more. The 20 different amino acids we need are all unique and have certain functions in the body, which means it's essential to cover all of your bases by consuming a diverse range of high-protein foods to ensure that you're not lacking certain types. Even when an amino acid isn't essential, it is more beneficial for it to be obtained from food, because it requires less work to obtain it from food, as it's less taxing on the body. So, how would you know if you're not getting enough protein? These signs may indicate just that, although, be sure to keep in mind that when it comes to any type of nutrient deficiency, symptoms can have other causes too. This is a general list that can provide you with clues that you may have a problem, but it should be confirmed through a professional rather than used to self-diagnose the condition. Frequent cravings. Frequent food cravings and the need to snack often in between meals can be the consequence of not enough protein and too many refined carbs, as protein evens out the highs and lows of blood sugars. Craving sweets is especially common. In fact, it's typically one of the first signs. You may crave sweet treats more than you used to, and also feel as if you're never quite satisfied. While you'd probably think that a shortage of protein would trigger you to reach for foods like a burger or steak, as one of the most important functions of protein is helping to keep blood sugar levels stable, it means when that nutrient is lacking, your blood sugar will be all over the place, triggering an urge to reach for sweets like candy or cookies. Although high-protein foods are sometimes higher in calories than carbohydrates, they increase satiety more than those types of foods, which helps prevent snacking and overeating while helping to stabilize blood sugar. That allows one to retain more muscle, which burns more calories on a day-to-day basis and can lessen cravings too. Brain fog. Having balanced blood sugar levels is important for many functions throughout the body, including the ability to stay focused. When those levels go up and down like a roller coaster much of the time, it can be hard to think and perform even basic tasks, a term known as brain fog. That's because a steady stream of carbs is necessary for fueling the brain, and eating protein at meals helps to time-release carbs, so that you'll get a steady flow of energy instead of those up and down spikes. Relying on foods like bread or crackers to get your energy up will only give you short boosts, which are followed by brain fog. Difficulty concentrating, trouble learning, or a lack of motivation information can be signs that your neurotransmitters necessary for focusing like dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and serotonin are low. These neurotransmitters are produced in the brain using amino acids, and research has found that consuming a balanced diet that includes plenty of protein can also improve work performance as well as boosting learning and motor skills. Sleep problems. Insomnia and other sleeping difficulties are sometimes associated with unstable blood sugar levels too, along with lower serotonin production and increased cortisol. If your body's blood sugar is swinging up and down throughout the day, that continues at night. Carbs require significantly more insulin than protein or fat, so if you eat protein-packed foods just before bedtime, that can aid serotonin and tryptophan production, which has a minimal effect on blood sugar. Your cholesterol levels are high. As mentioned, a lack of protein in the diet means you're unlikely to feel satisfied, which can lead to constant snacking and poor food choices. High cholesterol and triglycerides are not just caused by eating fatty foods, but are also a result of excess inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and high-processed, sugar-filled diets. If you tend to replace protein foods with unhealthy refined carbs like convenient packaged products, your cholesterol is likely to rise as the cells and liver process fats less efficiently. Your hair is starting to fall out more. As protein is the building block of all your body cells, including your hair follicles, a lack of it can cause your hair to fall out. When the hair follicles are strong, they help to keep that hair on your head instead of the drain, even with factors like pulling on it and the elements, like strong wind. But if you chronically get a lack of protein, the strands begin to weaken. Irregular menstrual cycles. As a diet that's low in protein and higher in sugar and carbs can contribute to excess inflammation, fatigue, insulin and weight gain, that can lead to a disruption in the balance of female hormones like estrogen and progesterone that are essential for sustaining a regular menstrual cycle. And two of the major risk factors for a condition known as polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, which can lead to infertility and irregular periods, are pre-diabetes or diabetes, and obesity. You get sick frequently. Frequently, illness is a sign of a weak immune system, and protein is required in order to build all the compounds that are in the immune system. If it seems like you're getting sick constantly, whether it's a cold, flu or an infection, and you're otherwise in good health, it may be because of a protein deficiency. Poor bone health. How much protein you get, or don't get, also affects your body's calcium levels. If you're consuming a diet too low in protein, that can negatively impact the ability of your digestive tract to absorb this mineral, which results in a higher excretion of it into your urine. The net effect is that too little calcium is taken up by the body, which means it may look to your skeletal system as a backup source, since the cells must have a critical level of calcium for proper functioning.